Are you ready? I'm only going to say this once. Yungblud, James Bond, Liza Minnelli, Cher, Britney Spears, RuPaul, Lisa Rinna, Humanoid Robots, lazy-ass airline passengers, Madonna, Shakira, Lisa Vanderpump. This week on the Swish Edition.
You're listening to the Swish Edition because you have nothing better to do.
Hey, everybody, it's episode 515, and we're a day late and $1 short. Thursday, May 21st this week, and you're just going to have to deal with it. I do want to say this, Robbie, right from the beginning. I have to apologize for my demeanor, my behavior last week. I was not drunk. I know I was I told you I was drinking a vodka seltzer. I only drank like a little bit when we started the show. I was just so frigging exhausted. It was 10 o'clock on the East Coast. I'd been up all day. I'd been at the hospital all day with my dad. It was just crazy. And I was exhausted. And I sounded and I looked drunk. And I want to apologize. I was not. I promise.
Well, I'm glad you addressed it because I was going to bring it up to Kathy in HR. So
Kathy is a cunt. Okay. Let me just tell you that. Am I going to get in trouble for that? Do we have to bleep it? Anyway, I'm going to let you start. You have probably the coolest story of the week.
I do. So this past weekend, I was in Portland, Oregon, which is about 4 hours drive from where I am in Walla Walla. And I went there with my friend Chelsea. We had a great time, and we saw Yungblud in concert. He's not a brand new artist, but he's just becoming like more mainstream lately. He's still a young guy, rocker. His name is, as I said, Yungblud. Not a household name, but he sold out the Moda Center in Portland.
Wow.
So I mean, it's like, I think it was like a version of their regular events, but it was just the space was made into more like of an intimate setting, but it was still a lot of people there.
What is his real name? Do you know?
Dominic. His real name is Dominic. Yeah.
Cool.
I can't remember his last name. I know it, but I just can't remember it. But his first name is Dominic. People call him Dom. So I've seen Yungblud before at a smaller venue a year and a half ago. And so he's like evolving. He's getting bigger gigs. His act is still very authentic. So he's probably the most authentic artist I've ever seen. And that's why I like going to his shows. His music is rock. It's not, I wouldn't call it like super hard rock. It's rock pop. It's rock with like a little bit of pop in it, but mainly rock.
Is there anyone else that you can like? What is he like? Is he like someone, or is he something altogether new?
He is, well, he is a rocker first and foremost. So I have to say that, but he reminds me of like if an Iggy Pop type persona that you could take home to see mom, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And he's better looking than Iggy Pop. Because this guy Yungblud, he has swagger. He's like a showman. You know, you just get fixated when you go see him live. Like, I'm obsessed with seeing him live. And like, you know, I have one of his albums, and I'm not going there to like jam out to every song that I know by heart, which I don't. I just love watching his presence. It's like you watch it and you're in the presence of greatness. It's kind of a weird feeling. It's like seeing someone that you know is going to be fucking huge. But like,
I'm going to put up, you sent a bunch of pictures that you took with your phone.
Those up.
Yeah, I'm going to put them up if you guys are watching on YouTube so you can see what he looks like and what he's all about. He doesn't like shirts, I'll tell you that.
No, man. He came out in like a leopard print vest with sunglasses on, and then pretty quickly took the sunglasses off and the vest off and was shirtless the whole time afterwards. I mean, this dude, like I said it on Facebook right after I saw the show, was his sheer vitality, charisma, rock star attitude is what keeps me coming back to this guy. And there is a song that I really, really like by him. It's called Lovesick Lullaby.
I've heard
He,
that.
he has a really cute video for it out. You can watch it on YouTube. And probably his most mainstream song is called Zombie, and he closed out the show with that. But he's kind of known for being like Ozzy Osbourne. He got the okay personally from Ozzy Osbourne to carry on his legacy.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
Sharon and the whole family, is standing behind Yungblud. And one of the knockout performances that he does is a cover of Changes, which was a Black Sabbath song that Ozzy did. And Yungblud was at the MTV Awards last fall, and he did a big tribute for Ozzy. So he got some exposure there. And he's actually touring for the rest of the summer in the United States. He's hitting up some big cities like LA, Phoenix, Austin, DC, Boston. He's going to be at Radio City Music Hall in New York City, that's a big deal. The show I saw was sold out, so I can only imagine these other places. And he's going to be at Lollapalooza in Chicago at the tail end of July. So he's got a pretty big summer coming up. And
that's fun. I wish we could play some of his music. How come we can't play music? It's not fair.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's a question I have for you later offline. I see other people do podcasts and play music and even go through an entire music video and critique it. I'm like, how are they doing that? They're probably not doing it right.
They're not doing it legally is what they're doing. Because if they're paying the residuals, then they have no listeners, because if they have lots and lots of listeners, they couldn't afford to play the music. So.
Well, so you'll just have to go listen to him yourself. He's pretty fun, pretty good. And yeah, I like, and he's really engaging with the crowd. Like, he's super into it. Like, it's like he gets in your soul somehow. You got to see it to believe it. If you're into rock at all, go check out Yungblud. And one of the top 10 shows I've ever seen.
Awesome.
And I don't know if this is because I usually go and see like legacy acts or artists that are probably like past their peak, but professional and still putting out big shows. Whereas this is somebody in their prime, like really giving it their all. It's a bit of a difference to what I'm used to seeing. Like my established legacy acts that have done this a million times and are probably going through the motions, but to us it looks really good. But this guy, no, he's fresh. He's like,
I like that.
And he fills a void in the rock genre because we don't really have any rockers right now. Rock is not a popular genre right now. Right. So he's a breath of fresh air and good show.
Awesome. Well, that's a good review. And now I'm going to have to go check out more of his performances. I've seen him a couple times on TV. Different, like I think I did see him at that MTV award show. And did he do a Saturday Night Live this past year? I want to say he did.
I can't be for sure.
I think he did Graham Norton's show too over in London. So
he is from Britain.
Yeah.
What I think needs to happen is they need to come out with like a concert video of him, like on one of the streaming platforms, a concert, so people can see what he's all about. Like, that's where he really thrives, is on stage.
Love it, love him, and he's cute. Yeah, or
hot, very sexy,
cute and hot, and he's nice. He seems like a genuinely nice guy. So we like that, like a Benson Boone, who's a super nice guy. Yeah. All right. Well, he's nothing like Benson Boone, but you know what I mean. Nice guy.
Yeah, I mean, I like Benson Boone as well, and he's cute in his own way. But
he is very much.
Yungblud could get me to. I'd sign my life savings over to him if he looked at me right. But I don't have that much, so.
I'm sure he would be glad to take you up on that. That sounds awesome. Hey, can I change subject? Is that okay with you? I
Yeah,
know you
go
want to.
ahead.
I know you want to do the whole episode about Yungblud, but
Yeah.
I want to talk about James Bond because Amazon finally is getting around to getting this next James Bond movie, number 26, I believe it is, off the ground and running. Super excited about it because it's been way too many years since Daniel Craig hung up his gun, I guess. Is that what you say? I was going to say hung up his cape, but he
Since he
didn't wear
put
a
down
cape.
his martini.
There you go. So they're finally now starting the casting process. On May 14th, Amazon, which now has the rights to the 007 franchise, said they're going to start the casting process now, but they will not be commenting about it until they announce who is going to be the next James Bond. So should be interesting. There are lots of people out there who have lots of ideas on who they think it should be. You just sent me an article today about some people they thought could possibly play the role. I've seen these names. So the ones I wrote down for us, so you can see this too, Robbie. The name that keeps coming up a lot is Callum Turner. Do you know him? Are you
I have
familiar with
no
him?
idea who that is.
All right, I'm going to put up pictures of each of these people as I talk to them about them. But he
Now,
was in Matt.
are these people that are rumored to be playing in the running or officially in the running, or people that are just talking out of their ass online?
All of that. All of that. But yes, the one that comes up constantly and consistently recently is Callum Turner. Now, all of these people that I'm going to talk about fit the profile of being from the United Kingdom. That's one of the or being British in some way, right? Not British, but they could also be Scottish.
I feel like that has to be a criteria.
Right. They have to come from the United Kingdom. Although one of them came from Australia, but that's kind of part of the United Kingdom. So
No.
yeah, it was once upon a time. The King of England is the King of Australia. Did you know that?
Okay. No.
Yeah. It's
I mean,
it was
I know that Australia is where they sent all their criminals back then.
yeah, yeah. So Kylie Minogue, she's a criminal or comes
I
from
know.
criminal blood. Anyway, Callum Turner was in Masters of the Air. He was in Fantastic Beasts, and his girlfriend is Dua Lipa. So they make a really good couple. So if Callum Turner was the next 007, could Dua Lipa do the song?
Okay. I
You
see
like
where
that
that's
idea?
going.
You like that idea? Another idea is Jacob Elordi.
Elordi.
He is Elordi.
Yeah. Elordi.
You know him from Euphoria.
Euphoria.
He was also in the super hot movie called Saltburn.
Whew.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to take a bath the same again since.
If you guys haven't seen that movie, you do not know what you're missing. Another name that's been floated around is Aaron Taylor Johnson, who I don't think looks the part. You guys
is that the guy that was the star of Baby Girl opposite Nicole Kidman?
That was him.
He was hot. He was hot.
He was also in the Kingsman, which is kind of a 007-ish type franchise. So his name keeps coming up. Now the next one, I don't really get, although he definitely could look like a 007 type. It's Henry Cavill, who was the Superman for a while before the most recent Superman. But is he too old at 43 years old? People are saying.
What? I mean,
yes.
he's 1 year younger than me.
I know, but Robbie, they're trying to go young with this and do like kind of the beginning of Bond. So is 43
But Bond doesn't
old?
have a beginning. Bond is just there.
He's just always there. That's
no,
true.
Henry Cavill would be a great Bond. He's very handsome.
The next that's come up a lot, but he keeps saying, no, I'm not doing this one because I'm 53 years old, is Idris Elba.
Yeah, 43 is too old, then fucking A. 53?
Right. Now, of course, Idris, unfortunately, has been very controversial because he's black. And a lot of people think, well, James Bond is a white British guy, so how can we have a black British James Bond? But, it is 2026 and things change and DEI and all that stuff. So it's a possibility, although he says he doesn't want to do it. He doesn't think he's right for the part. So maybe he'll just take himself out of it altogether. Then could Spider-Man, if we can have Superman in the running, can we have Spider-Man in the running? Because they're talking about Tom Holland. He says he's not interested, but if they offer him $40 million, he'll probably do it.
I don't think that Tom Holland is suave enough to play James Bond.
Oh, and he still looks
He's
too
not
much like a kid.
suave. Yeah, no.
But he did pull off Spider-Man. But Spider-Man was a kid.
How hard is it to do that, really? I mean.
And then here's my pick. Do you know Jack Lowden?
Never heard of him.
Jack Lowden is Scottish, very much like Sean Connery, and he's my favorite. He is from, do you know Slow Horses on Apple TV Plus?
No.
It's such a good show. It's such a good show. You got to watch that. So anyway, I like him. He's definitely young enough. He's British enough. He's cute. And here's a picture of him right here. I think he'd be a great James Bond, especially if they're doing an origin story for this first movie. So anyway,
so the hottest name on this list, like the it guy at the moment, is Jacob Elordi. He's hot right now.
Okay.
Like he's everywhere. But here's my thing. I'm gonna just get real for everybody in a minute. I love Jacob Elordi. I do. And I know that he was nominated for an Oscar this year for Frankenstein, playing the monster. I mean,
yeah.
You didn't have to go far with dialogue on that one. I just don't think, and like I said, I like Jacob Elordi. I like watching him in Euphoria and Saltburn and stuff, but I don't think he's a good enough actor to play James Bond. I just don't. I don't think so. Unless he improves a little bit. I mean,
so you're voting for Aaron?
My vote is for
Taylor Johnson.
No, Henry Cavill.
You want Superman? Yeah. Can you be Superman and James Bond? That just doesn't seem right to me. But
well, I mean, I'm trying to think if anybody else did a cross thing. Like I'm trying to think of all the Bonds. But like, do you have? I mean, I don't know. Like people said, can Michael Keaton be Batman? That's ridiculous. Remember that?
Right. Nobody.
In 1989, when Batman came out, people thought that Michael Keaton being Batman was a freaking joke because he was like, they were like, you mean Mr. Mom is going to be Batman? You got to be kidding. But yeah, he's my favorite Batman. So anything's possible. And I mean, like Idris Elba, totally possible. If they came out tomorrow and said that he's going to be the next Bond, I wouldn't even flinch because I'm already prepared for it. Although one thing that could happen too, they could have a woman Bond, but that just seems like it would go off into an odd direction. Like I think they would have to have a spin-off of some kind and not have it be Bond, maybe be something else. Right. But you could be a Bond-esque character.
Yeah.
But it's James Bond, not Jasmine Bond. You know what I mean? Like
Jasmine. And she likes Cosmos instead of martinis.
Right. Yeah. Sarah Jessica Parker as the next Jasmine Bond, everybody.
No, thank you. No, not everything has to be equal rights and DEI, I don't think. But, I could be wrong. And you know what? Amazon gets to decide. So we'll find out.
So when do we find out?
Nobody knows. But they're in the process. Hopefully this summer we'll find out.
Okay.
Yeah. And they won't even be shooting it till next year. So we probably won't see this until 2028.
So Scott, here's an idea for a future show, like just a little segment, because I love the James Bond theme songs.
Yeah.
And we should do like our favorite theme songs from the Bond. Like we should like do our little like rankings of the song.
Without being able to play them. That'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
What we could do is give people homework. We could say, go listen to all of the 25 themes and then come listen to our podcast.
And I might have some hot takes for you on this when we do, if we ever do it.
I'm all for it. Let's do it.
So enough Bond talk. Have we bonded enough, Scott? I think
we bond every week.
How about we talk about Liza Minnelli? Liza with a Z, not Lisa with an S, because Lisa with an S goes not Z. So I'm a big Liza fan, by the way. I am gay, so that is a thing.
You are? I had no idea.
Gays of a certain age and older tend to really love Liza Minnelli. It's part of the criteria. She's been in the news lately. She's actually been in the news for a couple of months because she had her memoirs come out that she just turned 80 in March. Going on from that, she's been in the news most recently because there's some things coming out about the memoirs that there was some autographed editions, a ton of autographed editions that went out for the book, but people are now saying that the autograph is auto pen.
Yikes.
And I don't know if everybody doesn't know what auto pen is. It's like it's a way to sign, and then it prints the same signature over and over again on different things. Joe Biden had one. That's when I first heard of it. But so it's not technically your signature at the moment, which it should be. So a lot of
Right.
gays are really pissed. Now, I have some show and tell for the show. I do have the book right here. I read the book.
Ooh.
I actually listened to the audiobook, and it's her doing the audio, but there's controversy about that as well, because it's sort of like Liza AI. It's like an AI voice doing Liza Minnelli. I mean,
No.
it's Liza's voice. It definitely is, but it's somehow been laid out through AI. Like she didn't sit there and talk into a microphone. They've
Right.
compiled all this stuff together because there were some weird things. Like, a lot of people have been talking about it online a ton. There's like the cadence is off on some things, like the pronunciation of some names and stuff. Like her
She wouldn't have gotten wrong.
hell no, like Gwen
Right.
Verdon, Bob Fosse's wife.
Yeah.
She pronounces Gwen Verdone, and I was like, what the hell? Just weird things like that. And there's like a lot of awkward pauses and things that it's definitely not. Something's
Wow.
off with it, but it was enjoyable to listen to. I will say that, because the book goes into a lot of things, but we're talking about the AI involvement, which a lot of people are not into AI as much, especially for creative things like this. Now, the book here, I did also order a book that had a signature inside. So it does have a signature, and this is on a signature card, like a card that gets signed and then stamped in the book later. So you don't have to carry around, so the artist doesn't have to carry around a ton of books and sign them.
Okay.
So I don't know. This one does not look auto pen, and also it did come with a certificate of authenticity. So
Oh, okay.
I don't know what's going on, but it's been in the news lately about it. The book is called Kids, Wait Till You Hear This. She does have a lot of stories to tell, and she's a lot of fun, so it is entertaining. And she's been a big celebrity during the best years of of entertainment through the 60s, 70s, 80s, and even the 90s. Now, if you know who Michael Musto is, he is a columnist for the Village Voice in New York City for the longest time, and he does a lot of other stuff. But he always has these fun takes on things. He said in a statement that on his own page, I guess, or something, he said, "Dummos seemed more upset that Liza didn't really sign her book than the fact that she didn't really write it." Because that's another controversy that the book even says, as told to Michael Feinstein, which is actually a good friend of hers.
Yeah.
And a lot of fans think that he's sort of like controlling her behind the scenes or something.
Right.
But she's been good friends with him since she met him in like the early 80s. He's like a piano. He has like his own celebrity, but I mean, people don't know who he is unless you know who Liza Minnelli is. And people think that he's the one been controlling all of this, but who really knows? But it's very a little slightly scandalous. I'm sure it'll pass, but I don't know. Yeah,
Well, it's
but
kind of like when most celebrities don't write their own books. I have James Patterson did a collaboration with both Bill Clinton and Dolly Parton. They supposedly wrote books with him. Bill Clinton and Dolly Parton didn't write any of the damn books. So it was either all James Patterson or one of James Patterson's staff members who wrote the damn books. But that's been
well,
going on for decades and decades with famous
yeah.
people.
I mean, that's like a couple of episodes ago, I talked about how when we were talking about Kurt Loder, he's the one that wrote I, Tina, which
Right.
is Tina Turner's memoir. Basically, you just sort of tell somebody who knows how to write and they articulate what you were trying to say, but you give the 100% A-OK approval at the end of it as the artist.
Absolutely.
So,
And
yeah.
and everybody kind of just knows that.
Because if you're going to get a book from an artist that they wrote, you're going to get garbage like the Britney Spears memoir that came out that was, I mean, it wasn't written very well. I don't want somebody that you can't write to write something, you know. As an author, you should agree with that a lot too.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I mean, get someone that can write to tell your story.
Right. Like, so did Cher write her own book?
I don't think she did because she's dyslexic.
Well, it doesn't mean she can't write.
She can't even do the audio for it because she's dyslexic. So somebody else does the audio. I really wanted to hear her do the audio for her book. You know, I just picture them walking around with one of those little like tape recorders, talking into it about when they remember things, and then the person writing it's like typing it all down, and that's pretty much how it goes, I'm sure.
I think so.
And speaking of Cher, yesterday, May 20th, was Cher's 80th birthday. Can you believe Cher is 80?
I thought she was 90. No, I'm just kidding. No, yeah.
Well,
she's been on the scene since the 60s.
When she is 90, she's still going to look 60. So in honor of Cher's birthday, and I'm a big Cher fan as well, which shouldn't be a shock to anyone. I love Cher.
Of course. Yeah.
So Scott, I think we should each say what our favorite Cher song is and what our favorite Cher movie is, because Cher is just as known for singing as she is for acting. And she's gotten accolades and awards for both. And so I'll go first. So, and as I said, I'm a big Cher fan, so I know more than just the big hits that everybody knows. I go a little deeper, but this song was a single. So it came out in 1989. It was called Heart of Stone, which was the title track for the album called Heart of Stone. It's the same album that had If I Could Turn Back Time on it, and Just Like Jesse James, and that duet she did with Peter Cetera called After All. This is a good period for her.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal album.
And Heart of Stone is my favorite song by Cher. If you're a Cher fan, you probably know the song. And if you don't know the song, you can listen to it. Or there's a video on YouTube, like an official video that she released. It's just a good song for me. Her vocals sound great. It's sort of like a ballad, like an upbeat rock ballad. I'll let you go into your song and then we can go to movies.
All right. Well, mine is I looked through, I had to pull up everything and go through it and really figure out what is the number one song. There's so many that I like, obviously. I mean, scores and scores of them. They're all so great. And I agree with you. Everything you just mentioned from that album, I think is great. But I decided to pick, I found someone from 1987, which a lot of people says was basically her massive comeback song. It's really what took her. She had several years where it was kind of flat and nothing was going on.
Like a decade, really. Yeah.
Yeah. And then this album came out and it was really, really hit hard. And this song, surprisingly, maybe a lot of people don't know this, was actually written by Michael Bolton.
Well, he also had a version that came out before this. It just didn't chart. It just didn't chart well. Nobody knows about it because it didn't do anything. But he actually did officially release I Found Someone in his own version. But here's the thing about that song that you say was like her comeback song. It was because that album she came out with in 1987, it was just called Cher, self-titled. Rightly so, because she had reinvented her entire sound. Now she was doing that like rock sound, which worked very well for her voice and her persona. You know, she's got the leather jacket, she's got the fishnets, she's got the big rocker hair. Her voice sounds good for this kind of stuff, man, because for the longest time, you know, she had success in the 60s with Sonny and Cher, and then in the 70s with her own solo material. You know, she had the big three, I call them the story songs. She had Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves, Half Breed and Dark Lady, all number ones in the
Dark
70s
Lady.
by herself,
Yeah.
right? Then she did the show, her own show that was very popular, the Cher show. But then somewhere in the mid to late 70s, she became like a Vegas act, which was not something you wanted back in those days. It was sort of
Right.
like
It
where
was seen as
people
like
were
end of your career.
right, people were washed up
Yeah.
if they were doing Vegas back then.
Right.
And she was washed up by the late 70s. She did have a little bit of a reprieve with Take Me Home, which was a disco hit for her. It was like a top 10 hit, so it wasn't huge, but it was something in the desert that she was having at that time. It was a drop of rain in the desert for her, because after that she didn't do anything of any relevance or importance in the music world until that album in 87 came out. She was doing some acting though in the meantime, which leads to our next part with our favorite movies. And so my favorite Cher movie is kind of a basic answer, because it's Moonstruck, which is the movie she won the Oscar for. And the movie is excellent. I mean, it's worth repeating, and it holds up. It's funny as hell in kind of a loving way, where it's so, I don't know, it's hard to describe. There's a lot of feeling in that movie.
There's a lot of feeling, a lot of heart.
Especially what makes it for me, Scott, what makes it for me, aside from Cher's performance by herself, because I'm not really a huge Nicolas Cage fan, especially in this movie. He doesn't really do it for me. But the end scene in the kitchen at the house, that last 15 minutes of the movie totally sells it for me. And she deserved that Oscar, and I loved her speech. I loved how she was a comeback kid. The whole era just really makes you feel good. That's why Moonstruck is my favorite. But she had those big three M's. She had Mask, Moonstruck, and Mermaids. I call them the three M's. And she first, she did. I think she won a Golden Globe for Mask, but then she didn't even get nominated for an Oscar for it, which was kind of a snub. But then she won for Moonstruck, and then Mermaids was after Moonstruck, but there was some acclaim there, and it's kind of a cult favorite. But yeah, Moonstruck's my choice. What about
And
you?
it's definitely, I'm trying to remember, because we talked about the 50 most rewatched movies. Was Moonstruck on that list? Do you remember?
It was not. I don't think it
No, it
was.
should have been.
I'm like 98% sure it was not on that list.
Yeah.
But
And
I
I
mean,
bet mine
everybody in
isn't
my
either,
family
but
loved it. As a kid,
yeah,
I remember
everybody,
my mom renting it, and everybody in the
yeah,
family, including my grandparents all the way down to the kids, all watched it and all loved it.
snap out of it.
It's one of those movies.
Yeah, no,
That's generational.
And I wonder, do you know if that role was written for her in mind? Do you know if that's the case or not? I don't know the history of the script.
She was pretty hot for acting at that time. She was sought after. I'm sure she was in the lead. I don't know if it was written for her. I never read that I can remember it. But I know that she had a hand in Nicolas Cage co-starring with her. I don't think anybody else wanted him, but she did.
Good. Well, he's perfect.
So
I mean, he
you
was
can thank
perfect
him
in
for
that role. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's fine. He's just not my favorite, but and there's some dark humor in that movie too.
Yeah.
Moonstruck is almost like a dark comedy. It's a dark comedy that's romantic. That's what it is.
It's got so many elements to it. I mean, there's the element of family and tradition and Italian heritage. I mean, there's so much going on. And Nick lives right here somewhere. I don't know if I can see his house from here, but he lives in Vegas.
Wow, he came to fill Lieb in Las Vegas, but he never left.
He never left. All right, let me tell you mine. So I toyed around with the idea of naming Moonstruck. I also thought about Silkwood, because I thought that was just so phenomenal. But I ended up picking The Witches of Eastwick from 1987. The famous movie, of course, she made with Jack Nicholson, Susan Sarandon, and Michelle Pfeiffer. And
Excellent choice.
Definitely a rewatch for me. I've probably seen it a dozen times. And it just, it was so unique for its time. I don't think we'd seen much like it before then. So it was just had that, I don't know. it just stood out. It stood out for the performances, the casting was
Mo-
unique, the storyline was unique. It was just so great.
So good, and all the performances are excellent. And
Excellent.
as a gay boy, I watched it as a kid. As a gay boy, it is extremely appealing to watch that movie with the 3 sexy leads that you can obsess over, and then it has Jack Nicholson being all crazy, and it's sort of like a comedy, and then it goes into drama, and then it straight up goes into horror by the last act. That's a horror film at the end. Uh, it's fun. It's really fun and quirky, and could only come out in the 80s.
Yeah. I
And
remember watching it in the theater. I remember exactly which theater. I remember who I was with. Kristen, the most recent co-host of mine here on the show.
wow,
So,
that's
yeah.
crazy. Yeah,
Mhm.
87 was when that came out, the same year that Moonstruck came out. And also she had a movie called Suspect that came out that year where she plays a district attorney. No,
So good.
I'm sorry, not a district, she played like a defense attorney,
Defense attorney,
a
right.
public defender.
Yes.
And so she was very unglamorous, but that's a fun movie too. If you want to watch a good like courtroom suspense, check out Suspect, but don't read about it because you don't want to accidentally spoil the twist ending.
Yeah, if
But
you haven't seen
it stars Cher and Dennis Quaid, and it's set in Washington D.C. So I knew all the settings when I saw the filming, and the judge was famous too. I think he played the dad on Frasier, that guy.
Oh, yeah. Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
So
I can't
that's a good one to watch. Actually, I cannot think of a bad Cher movie that came out before Mermaids.
So 1987 was a really good year for her.
Yeah,
For
87.
sure.
She had those three hits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very cool.
she
And
didn't really. Yeah, she
she
didn't
made
really
some
have any
shitty
bad movies.
movies, but
She didn't make shitty movies until like Faithful, which came out like 96.
yeah.
You don't even know it because you didn't remember it because it didn't do anything. And then she also picks and chooses. She's only had like a dozen film roles. I mean, important ones. And the last film role she did was over 15 years ago, right? The Burlesque was the last film role she did that I can remember.
No, she did the Mamma Mia 2.
Well, that was sort of like an elaborate cameo.
Cameo. Yeah.
I wouldn't count that. I mean, you can count it, but she starred in Burlesque, and I mean that's sort of campy. I wouldn't call Burlesque a good movie. It's
she was
fun,
also
but it's not good.
Also, no, it's not good at all. And in Mamma Mia 2, she was terribly miscast because there was no way that Cher is Meryl Streep's mother.
She's all of our mothers. She's surveying mother.
All right, let's switch from one pop star to another pop star who's also made movies, but shitty ones. Poor Britney Spears. I'm talking about her. Dude, we talked about this a couple weeks ago that she was in rehab. For one, being crazy, and two, I think it was an alcohol independent.
It was a DUI
problem of some
DUI.
sort. Yeah, right.
She voluntarily said she was going to
go
go to rehab.
Exactly. Whether or not that's true or not, we don't know. Maybe the court said she had to. I don't know. But as soon as she got out, she went on a very, very public bender, apparently, allegedly, although there's video. So she was back. For one, she was back on Instagram on Sunday doing her crazy dances alone in her mansion.
She's pulling out her old pop choreography from the 2000s. It's kind of sad and pathetic, to be honest with you.
It's really sad, and she does not look great. With her outfit choices and her hair, but she's got nothing going on, so she's
what I mean?
In the house by herself.
The whole conservative ship thing, and all these fans were like, "Free Britney." Well, this is the prime example of you need to mind your own business because you have no idea what's going on in someone's personal life or business. You know what I mean? Like everyone was so happy when she got her independence, but look what she's been doing.
Right. And I was one of them. I thought she should have had her independence too, but it turns out that maybe her father knew what he was doing, which is kind of scary.
Well,
So apparently in this she was in, I believe she was at a restaurant, and she was seen barking, yelling, and acting erratically and carrying around a knife.
okay, you've
She
never
was
done that, Scott. I mean, come on.
I have a few times, but I'm not an internationally known pop star. So,
There's
she was
still
with her
time. There's still time.
yeah, she was with her assistant and bodyguard, apparently. Why they let her do this, I have no idea. I would have escorted her right out the door, and taken the knife away from her. For some reason, this girl loves knives. I mean, what was it? 2 years ago, she was dancing around the living room with knives, and then
Yeah, that was
she had to
crazy.
tell everyone they were fake prop knives, which I do not believe.
They didn't look fake to me.
Yeah. And apparently she was wearing a trench coat and sunglasses at the time at this restaurant. So when she lost her mind a little bit more.
So she's
I wish she'd
pulling
come
like
back. I wish she'd come back. I did see her in concert once, and I'll tell you this. She didn't sing one damn note. It was all lip syncing to her track. But
yeah. I mean, I feel like she lip syncs when she records the album too. I mean, I don't know. I didn't grow up with Britney. I'm a little old. I'm the same age as Britney. So when she became a pop star, whatever age she was the same age I was. That came out in like late 98. And so like 98 into 99. Like I said, I think we talked about Britney before. We are born the same month and year.
wow.
Yeah. So I think she was like 18 or 17 when she hit it big. Same for me. I was 17 or so. I sort of was like just coming out of like liking that kind of music as a teenager. So I was really obsessed with the first album, but I didn't even bother with the second album kind of thing when it came out in 01 or 2000 or whatever. So I only was a Britney stan for like a year. And then I moved on and did not appreciate the comparisons to Madonna when that was going on. Because I feel like they're
That was just
not
ridiculous.
even in the same stratosphere artistically, but I don't know. Let's move on to humanoids.
Okay.
From a human that acts like a robot to a robot that acts like a human. So Southwest Airlines has officially banned humanoid and animal-like robots on their planes. So I didn't even know that people could do this. Number one, I've never seen it. I didn't think about it, but apparently they're no longer allowed in the cabin, no matter the size or purpose. It comes after some experiences with customers who have either bought seats for devices or tried to carry them as baggage. So here's a story. Not long ago, a flight out of Oakland was delayed because a passenger booked a seat for his elite event robotics robot, whatever the hell that is. But the airline determined that its lithium battery exceeded allowable size. Yeah, those things can explode. So the robot was allowed to fly, but the passenger had to remove the robot's battery before they could take off. Yeah, right. So it's like, okay, it's like I'm just picturing
Offline.
like what is it, Johnny Five from Short Circuit? But
Yes.
so also Southwest and American have put new restrictions on lithium batteries and battery powered auxiliary chargers. So they can only be held, not be put in overhead bins or in checked luggage. And you can't charge them on board either. So, I mean, I don't know if somebody needs to fly with a robot.
Fire.
Well, yeah, you don't want to fire. And then I guess, I don't know, maybe somebody's flying with the robot because they're taking it to like a trade show or something, or maybe they're going to take it to show like, I don't know, they're like their family. Who knows?
I mean, what are people? Well, one, is this really a problem? How many people have robots? I mean, full-size, life-size, human-looking robots that they're taking on vacation with them? And what is this robot doing on this trip? Making their bed in the morning, brushing their teeth for them? I don't understand why you need to take your robot with you.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. All this stuff freaks me out.
Have you taken your robot on a trip yet?
No, I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say it.
In related news, Robbie, it's been reported that Jetway Jesus is no longer a thing at Southwest Airlines. We've
Wait,
talked
you
about
got
this.
to explain what Jetway Jesus is.
I will. So we've talked about it a lot on the show. Jetway Jesus was this thing on Southwest where, because Southwest for decades, since the beginning of time until just the beginning of this year, it was open seating. So it was first come, first serve. If you happened to get on the plane first, you got your pick of any seat you wanted. Well, people figured out that the best way to get on the plane early without paying extra money is to tell the airline that you need wheelchair assistance onto the airplane. So Southwest airplanes had more people requesting wheelchair access onto the airplane than any other U.S. airline.
Yeah, obviously.
And people were making fun of them. They would be standing, I myself included, I'd be standing at the gate, I'd be number 7 to get on the plane. And, first they let the executive people get on board, and then they left the people in the military get on board, and then all these Jetway Jesus people got on. The reason they call them Jetway Jesus is because 90% of them get on in a wheelchair, and then when they get to their destination, they get up and walk off because they don't need the wheelchair anymore.
It's a miracle.
So now that Southwest has assigned seating, it's not happening quite as often as it used to. However, on my flight, I just flew on Monday night back from Charlotte, North Carolina, here to Vegas. It was a late flight, and there were 11 people in wheelchairs ahead of me, and I was in first class, and I was pissed.
11
people. But because I was in first class, and I think I was in row 3, so I was off the plane pretty quick. I didn't turn around and see if all those people walked off the plane. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. But apparently Air India, this is a huge problem for them too. It's not just in the United States. They're reporting that a good 30% of their passengers request wheelchairs, whether they need them or not. And I guess there was a recent flight from Taiwan to the United States where I think it's the record, unofficial record, 60 people requested wheelchairs to get on that flight. How does the airport even have that many wheelchairs or that many people to push wheelchairs? It's kind of crazy. I have a fun fact for you too. I read this week in an article somewhere. I don't know if it was online or in I actually read paper magazines because I like them.
I do too.
But yeah, 26 million checked bags are lost every day at airports somewhere in the world. That's over 71,000 bags a day.
That's why I don't check my luggage.
Think twice about putting your lifelong valuables, keepsakes and stuff in your luggage because you might never see it again. I had to check because I was going away for so long, and sometimes when I go on a long cruise, I have to check because I have so much stuff to take. But I always have an Apple AirTag in my bag, so I know generally where it is. I know when we're taxiing out to take off whether or not it's on the plane or not.
Put an AirTag in my emotional support twink.
Your emotional support humanoid robot, right? All right. You know what? I think it's time for a commercial break. How about that?
Yeah.
I don't know what we're going to talk about. What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about runaway trains right after this.
This, my friends, is the Swish Edition.
There's no excuse not to listen. Swish Edition.
All right, so I know that this looks stupid, and I know it looks dumb, but I'm very, very excited about Stop That Train. This is the new movie. It's premiering on June 12th, and they just had the premiere in Hollywood this past Monday night. And I got to tell you, the thing that stood out to me, and you sent this to me, Liza Rinna on the red carpet, or actually they had a purple carpet. You see that purple carpet?
Yes.
Look at her with her curly blonde wig on and this absolute fabulous dress and these knee-high boots. I think she looked really friggin' amazing. What do you think about that dress? I'll show it here
I
on
mean, I think Lisa Rinna
YouTube.
is so much fun. She loves
is.
to make a spectacle of herself and do these fun looks. And yeah, I mean, I also love Lisa Rinna because she's a huge Madonna fan, and she's always posting videos singing along or dancing. She does those dance videos to Madonna songs.
She does a lot of dancing.
And speaking of this look, which made me think of Madonna, because Lisa Rinna, like I saw an article today comparing her look to some of Madonna's past looks where Madonna had that blonde curly hair.
Yeah.
And they didn't know if it was like an homage of some kind.
Well, she's so fun. And speaking of celebrity biographies, if you want to read a fun one, her newest book is really fun. Yeah.
But what's the title?
There's lots of inside information. Well, shut up, Robbie. I don't have that in front of me. Why would you put me on the spot like that?
I figure it was something fun because she like, you know, she'd probably have something really super fun as her title.
Look, I have lots of fun books here, but it just happens to be downstairs. I've got Future Boy by Michael J. Fox.
See, that's an interesting type. See, they got these titles.
I've got How to Make a Few $billion, which is actually a really fun book if you want to learn how to make money. But
okay. I might need that.
The Lisa Rinna book is downstairs. But let's talk about why Lisa's there. So this is the new movie. I want to call it a RuPaul movie, but it's not really a RuPaul movie because RuPaul's only in it for like a couple minutes. But it's an action comedy disaster film parody from Adam Shankman, who you guys might know, the director and writer of Rock of Ages, Hairspray, and then also co-producing this movie was World of Wonder, the company behind Drag Race and $1 Million Listing and reality shows.
So what they should do, the marketing should be from the guy who brought you Hairspray. No, not John Waters, the other guy from the remake of Hairspray.
There you go. That's an important. Yes, I should have said that. The remake of. But he is good and he's funny. And he says, this is a quote from him, quote, "I like stupid. So when it comes to comedy, give me stupid." And that's what this is. So it's RuPaul, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Ginger.
So that explains John Travolta in drag and Hairspray. He wanted to see something stupid. Yeah, he did. It was just a little weird.
It was, well, yes, it was very weird. But Lisa's in it. Matt Rogers is in it. Nicole Sullivan, who I love. Jerry O'Connell, who you've met and have a picture with. He was there on the purple carpet. You may have seen that. My friend Randall actually has a picture with Jerry O'Connell from Monday night. So that was kind of fun. Do you know who Randall is? Randall is the president of Vacaya, that gay cruise company.
No, but I saw a video of him on the dance floor, and RuPaul, this was at the premiere for this movie, RuPaul was dancing behind him, having a gas. Just a great old time.
It really looked like a fun event. Yeah. Well, anyway, the movie is about best friends Tess and Dee Dee, two trained stewardesses who move from a mundane job at Stank Rail, and they move up to the luxurious I'm going to say it wrong. Glamazonian Express when a massive storm threatens the train. So it's kind of like Airport 1975. It's like a disaster or the Towering Inferno. So it's a disaster movie that happens on a train and it's all funny with lots and lots of cameos. So that's basically what it is.
I mean, it is supposed to be in the theater. I did read that, which is exciting because I feel like a movie being in a theater elevates it a little bit for me.
It does.
Actually, it elevates it a lot for me.
Yeah.
So, but I guess time will tell if that movie actually comes to a Walla Walla theater. We only have one movie theater, and I doubt that it's going to come. But I might have to travel a little bit. I might have to travel an hour away to see it. I'll go see it so we can talk about it.
You'll get to see it. I mean, how could you miss RuPaul as President of the United States, President Gagwell?
I love the trailer when they were like, "Tell it to me straight." When they're talking about like with the dangers of what's happening, tell it to me straight, and then they explain it, and then they were like, "Now tell it to me gay."
You have some exciting news. You have some exciting news.
It's funny because I don't know anything about this event, and now I do because of what's happening. So, the FIFA, it's the the 2000 the World Cup. That's soccer, right? Right, Scott? That's soccer, right?
The International Federation Association Football.
They
Yes,
are
it's soccer.
having their first ever halftime show for the World Cup finale. And guess who's going to be there?
Cher?
Our favorite, Madonna. She's going to be there with Shakira and BTS. And they're going to be putting on a halftime show. It's happening Sunday, July 19th at the MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, of all places. And it is co-hosted by the U.S. and Canada. I cannot wait to see this halftime show. I can't remember the exact minutes, but I think it's only going to be like 14 or 11 minutes long.
That's like Super Bowl.
People immediately are like, so what? How are they going to fill this short amount of time? Is Madonna and Shakira going to have a duet together? God, I hope so. I don't really give a shit what BTS does because I don't care about them, but I really am dying to see what Madonna does, especially if Shakira is involved or if they're just going to be separate. But I feel something tells me that Madonna's going to start, and then Shakira is going to join, and then BTS is going to join. We'll see. We'll see it on July 19th, which is just like a couple of weeks after Madonna's Confessions 2 album drops on July 3rd. So
right, so she could sing some of the stuff we haven't heard yet. Maybe
she could turn that "Bring Your Love" duet that she does with Sabrina Carpenter and just have Shakira do the Sabrina part.
Maybe so, or maybe she'll bring Sabrina out. Who knows?
Then it would be too crowded. We've already done that.
Yeah, they're really upping the game. I mean, soccer is huge everywhere else in the world, much bigger than it is here in the United States. But
it is catching on here, though. It is catching on.
It is. And, you said New Jersey of all places. This is the same stadium where the Giants and the Jets play. So it's just right outside of New York City. So it's basically New York City.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're going to watch it. You're going to watch it.
I'm definitely going to watch it. I just need to know how I'm going to watch it. Is it going to be on YouTube? Like, I don't know. Like, what station is going to be playing this? They're also
going to be on a station you get. I guarantee you.
They're also going to have an opening ceremony, sort of like the Olympics. And that's going to have...
Who's going to be there? Who's going to be there?
So Katy Perry, Michael Bublé,
right there.
Which...
Can you see Katy? Can you see Katy right there?
I see her right in between you two, like a sandwich.
I love it. Love it.
So okay, here's the thing. Michael Bublé, what the hell is he going to do? I don't even know who
just sang Christmas songs.
That's what I thought. What the hell is he going to do to like, to boost people up?
I don't know. He's a great singer. He's got a great voice.
I don't know who J Balvin is. I know who Future is because he sang with Madonna on her last album, Madam X. Tyla and Lisa. I have no idea who those people are.
Lisa's huge. Lisa's huge right now, and I believe she's going to be at the AMAs next week.
How can you be called just Lisa when that's a common name and there's a million people named Lisa? What is it? Lisa Simpson? Lisa Kudrow? Lisa and the Cult Jam?
Oh, that would be better.
What Lisa is it? You can't call yourself Lisa when there's a million other Lisas. Get with the program, lady.
Maybe it's Tyla, Lisa Vanderpump.
So, Tyla, that makes more sense. Not a lot of people. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. It could be pronounced another way. But who the hell is J Balvin?
We're just showing our age. Maybe we should shut up and move on.
I feel like normal people don't even know who this is.
We know who Katy Perry is.
Yeah, everybody knows
all that matters. You're awful. Can I tell them my Vegas news?
Yeah, well, go right ahead because it sort of relates to Katy Perry because you met her in Vegas. There's your segue.
Twice. Yeah, and I've also stood in a room and had a long 20-minute conversation with Cher. So I'm one up on you on that.
Okay, offline, we're gonna have to talk about this.
You know that story.
You probably told it to me when I was drunk.
We should do We should do a whole Swish Extra episode on celebrity encounters that we've
Well, I
had.
have a fun one with Mia Sorvino.
All right,
I'm
we're not talking about that
sorry,
now.
Mira
And
Sorvino.
I'm not even telling my Cher story. I will tell it when we do that special. How about that?
Okay.
Because we actually have a couple weeks this summer that we can't do shows, so maybe we should just get together and tape a couple Swish Extras that could just kind of fit into those holes.
It's for us.
I love
this for
fitting
us.
things into holes. Speaking of holes, how would you like to fill your face with a burger that has 20 patties and 40 pieces of bacon? That's probably as much as I eat in a year. But some people eat it in one sitting. They do it here in Vegas at a restaurant called the Heart Attack Grill. And if you're 350 pounds or more, you eat the burgers for free for as long as you can eat.
That's insane.
However, you have to buy an alcoholic drink with each burger. That's the deal. They've been doing this for 21 years down on Fremont Street. Dale and I just took our friend Jacqueline down there. Jacqueline's been on the show before. Of course, you guys know Dale. There's a scale out front, Robbie. You can see this picture here if you're watching on YouTube. You can see Dale and Jacqueline standing on the scale. Together, they weighed 335 pounds. So even they together didn't hit the mark. So they didn't get to eat for free. It also says cash only because you might die before the check clears.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I mean, their burgers are like
I don't want to know what the
triple
bathroom
bypass.
at this place looks like. I really don't want to know.
It's just a trough. It's just a hole in the floor.
The last time I was in Vegas, I did go to Fremont. I think I remember walking past this place and just looking at it in amazement.
Well, you're not going. It's
and
closing
hoping that they were insured.
Yeah. Well, you don't get to go. It's closing. It'll be closed before you get here in July. And they're blaming it. The owners are blaming it on Las Vegas becoming too expensive and too elite. And all the restaurants serving $40 avocado toast. That's what they blame it on. And people being too healthy nowadays, which is bullshit. I think Americans are the fattest they've ever been, despite the fact that we have all those GLP drugs. But I don't know. Anyway, I think people still like to eat burgers, but maybe not burgers with 40 patties on them.
The only burgers I'll eat is a turkey burger, and I can only eat one. And I'm not a twig either.
You're a delicate flower, Robbie Barnett.
Yes.
I had corned beef and cabbage for lunch today.
What is it, St. Patrick's Day or something?
It's always St. Patrick's Day in Vegas. I'm wearing my green shirt. Anyway, another thing that's happening, which was just announced, is Vanderpump Rules is getting a spinoff. It's a limited series with only 3 episodes, but it's going to be about Lisa Vanderpump's new hotel that's just opening now here in Vegas. So it's going to be kind of a behind the scenes, all the drama of getting that up and running. So that'll be interesting if you're into hotels and if you're into Lisa Vanderpump, who already has 3 restaurants here in Vegas. So now she has her own hotel. This is a licensing deal she did with Caesars. She's taking over the Cromwell Hotel, which is the smallest hotel on the Strip. Only has like 133 rooms and 188 rooms and 21 suites. But now she's putting her signature touch on it. So lots of leopard print and purple lampshades and that kind of thing. So that might be interesting. He is not interested in this at all. And then I want to tell you, I'm so excited about this. I think I mentioned it before. I got my tickets, Robbie. I'm going to the American Music Awards on Monday night. That's this coming Monday night, Memorial Day.
I'm excited for you.
Memorial Day. Yeah. The ticket says we have to be in our seats at 4:45. The show is live at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern. I think it's on ABC. Maybe it's on CBS. I don't know. It's on one of the 4 big broadcast networks. So y'all see if you can see me. I'm in one of the good seats. The ticket says it was $940.
What?
We got them for yes. It says right on the ticket. We got them for free. We got 4 tickets. But you can't come.
Save the ticket stuff. Are they actual tickets, like printed ticket stubs?
Yeah, we're
So
picking. Yeah.
save all of that because save that. So
Okay.
so are there any musical guests performing?
There are, and they keep announcing them all the time. No big ones. I guess the big ones they couldn't get, but they got Queen Latifah is hosting, so that'll be kind of fun. New Kids on the Block are performing.
Okay. Have you just seen them before? Don't they come to Vegas?
Yeah, they're here now. They're doing a residency at the Park MGM. Yeah, they're killing it.
That's why they're
Yeah.
going to be there, because they're already in Vegas. Like, what the hell? Just
Right.
bring them.
Billy Idol is getting some kind of Vanguard Award or some kind of Lifetime Achievement Award, and he's going to sing a medley of his big hits.
That'll be fun.
The Pussycat Dolls, who we just talked about, was it 2 weeks ago, about
the Blue Dot Fever. Don't catch
They're
it.
performing.
Don't catch it from them when they perform.
But guess who they just announced yesterday? BTS is performing.
Can't go anywhere without hearing about BTS.
Well, BTS is here this weekend. They're playing Allegiant Stadium Friday and Saturday night. So they're
You know
in
what
town.
I have to say
Why
about
not?
BTS? BFD.
We love them. They're awesome, man. You don't like them?
I will watch that show because I normally don't watch the American Music Awards, but I'll watch it because you're on it, and I'll see what you're watching, and maybe I'll see you in the audience. I'll treat you like I do Kate Capshaw. I'll look for you in the audience.
You'll try to spot me in the audience.
Like I do at the Oscars.
With a $940 ticket, it's probably somewhere decent, right?
But I know that you will not be sitting next to Steven Spielberg.
No, or Benson Boone or any of the biggies. Although they're all nominated. I mean, Taylor's
maybe someone
nominated.
will get slapped. Maybe something scandalous will happen.
I hope something.
So wait, Benson Boone is not going to perform?
He performed last year. I don't know. Maybe they don't put him on every year. There'll be some surprises too, I'm sure.
And it's live, right? So it's 5 p.m. live our time.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why we have to be in our seats at 4:45. Yeah. I'm excited.
Do you get like a meal and drinks and stuff? Like anything?
It's not the fucking Golden Globes. No.
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 So what are you supposed to do while you're watching the show? Just like chew gum or something?
Drink. No, there's bars.
You can bring your drink out. Okay.
But you can bring it. This is Vegas. Have you ever been here?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. And when we go to the concert we're going to in July, you can have a drink in your hand the whole time.
Good. I hope they're included.
When we're in the VIP section.
Nice.
Of course they're included. Yes.
We're gonna do a live I don't know, it won't be live, but we will film from there when I'm there. So we'll be together.
We're gonna film at the Howard Jones concert.
We'll be together like that.
It's gonna be fun. We have to coordinate our outfits. Plus, we're gonna do a photo shoot.
Yes, I'm on a diet now, starting now, for that photo shoot.
You're so silly.
Starting now.
Do you have
this
anything
very
else you want to do it? Do it.
No, I think we did. I think we got everything in that we wanted to. We got some other things that we can save for later, but I think it's in the can.
This is where the show should be, in the can. The can at the Heart Attack Grill. All right, so I'll have a lot to tell you. Usually we tape the show on Monday nights. We won't be doing that. We'll have to tape it Tuesday because I'll be at the AMAs, but you'll hear it on Wednesday. I promise it'll be out next Wednesday instead of Thursday. How about that? You heard it here, folks.
Straight from the horse's mouth. You've got nothing with Sarah Jessica Parker, though.
No.
When it comes to horse smells.
You're horrible. That's horrible, Muriel. All right. I'll talk to you next week.
All right. We'll see you then.
The Swish Edition is a production of Bethwick Media, LLC. Learn more about the show at swishedition.com. And don't forget to subscribe and leave a review on your favorite podcast app or site. But only if you like us.
We named lots of other people, but we don't have
lazy ass airline passengers.
Lazy ass airline passengers.
Lazy ass airline passengers. Lazy ass airline passengers.
Airline passengers. Lazy ass
Airline.
airline passengers. Stop that airplane. Okay. That's going to be a fun show. It's fucking long, too. All right.
Well, we
Happy?
started the recording like before the show started. So it's just around an hour-ish
I don't care. It could be as
with
long as
some
we want it
tight
to be.
editing.
Except I have to edit the whole thing tonight. So I'm going to be up all night.